Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and fellow guests. This is my Icebreaker. It was 1 a.m. and I had just woken up with this massive pain in my stomach. It felt like the king of all stomach aches. The pain was excruciating. I decided to take a painkiller and get some rest because in about 6 hours, I would be on a flight to go to Peru where I would get to hike to the ancient civilization of Machu Picchu. And I lay there for about 30 minutes and I couldn't sleep. The pain got worse. It felt like I was getting stabbed 1,000 times with a knife and I couldn't take it anymore. And when the pain got unbearable, I decided to call the ambulance. I could hear the ambulance sirens just a block away from my house. And as they got closer, I decided to go downstairs. Now I lived on the second floor of my house, and I loved living on the second floor, but not today. Walking down was dreadful. Every step felt like an eternity. I used every last bit of my willpower to make it downstairs. And finally, I made it to the front door, and I was so relieved to see the ambulance and the EMTs. They placed me on the stretcher, rolled me into the ambulance, and put me in the back of the ambulance, and we were on our way. At the hospital, I felt like a VIP. They rushed me to the front of the line. I said, they never do that. Try to be positive. Doctors performed a bunch of tests, took my blood pressure, and did an x-ray, and they finally came back with a diagnosis. Do you want the good news or do you want the bad news, the doctor said. I said, just give me the bad news. Well, the bad news is that you have a perforated ulcer. The stomach acid is burning through your stomach lining, and you need to get surgery right now. And the good news is that the surgeon is on his way right now. He's got to sign his waiver, and you can get the surgery. I've signed the waiver, and as I signed the waiver, wow, my life flashed before my eyes. All the things I wanted to do, but now I might not have the chance to. It felt like a Pandora's box was open with all my unfulfilled desires, dreams, and all my regrets. I thought I wanted to become a good public speaker. I wanted to start my business. I wanted to go travel the world. I wanted to be a great father. So many things I wanted to do, but now I can't. I started to blame my 60-hour corporate job for all the stress. Started to blame my parents for always telling me what to do. Started to blame my friends for not giving me enough time. Started to blame the education system for not making me smart enough. But then it hit me. I was the one to blame. It's my fault. I should have taken better care of my health. I should have worked a little bit less. I should have done a lot of things, but I didn't. Soon, I found myself in the operating room, and as the surgeon turned on the light, it was so bright, it blinded my eyes. And for the first time, I became religious. Started praying. Please, God, just give me one more chance, a second chance. And I promise I'll make things different. And I just kept repeating this until the anesthesia hit me and I fell asleep. Luckily, surgery was successful and I'm good now. That experience was probably the scariest, but also the most blessing. It was a blessing in disguise. Because when you face death, you realize that death is not even that scary. What's worse is not accomplishing what you were set out to do. So since that experience 7 years ago, I shifted gears. Since then, I spent a lot of time researching health and fitness, like my life depended on it, and I've never been healthier. I quit my stressful job and I started my own business so that I could create my own schedule and control how much stress I have on a day-to-day basis. I try to travel whenever I can because I don't know when I might have a chance to. And some of my favorite memories are when I'm going on these spontaneous adventures, such as paragliding in Colombia, gazing at the Milky Way in Chile, and also hiking to Machu Picchu in Peru. Death has been the greatest compass that was ever gifted to me, because whenever I face a difficult decision, I always ask myself, if today was the last day of my life, would I regret it? And if the answer is yes, I gotta do it. You gotta do it. So if today was the last day of your life, how would you react? Would you be grateful for everything that you've done? Or would you be shocked? Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.